Reforms to ensure competitiveness and promote ease of doing business will be mandatory. Processing time in issuing permits and licenses shall be reduced to the barest minimum. In my city, it is always 3 days for local governments. That will bind the office of the President down to the last barangay. The Ease of Doing Business Act of 2018, a law that has been long overdue, addresses the failure of the Anti-Red Tape Act of 2017 to solve the perennial problem of bureaucratic red tape in our government institutions.
Ako po si Secretary Jeremiah Belhica ng Anti-Red Tape Authority, ang kauna-unahong pong Director General ng ahensyang ito. I'm a lawyer by profession, also a pastor by calling. I've been really advocating for change and reform for the country together with my family. When I first got the call sa pamamagitan ng aking kapatid, who was in Japan together with the President and the entire team or the cabinet, I immediately said yes because I really truly believe doon sa leadership ng ating Pangulo at sa gusto niyo niyang gawin para sa taong bayan.
Make your services truly customer-friendly. Our people deserve efficient, effective, and responsive government services. They deserve nothing less.
Nung aking napag-aralan at nakita, I saw that there was really a great potential for this agency. At dalawa ang talagang mahalagang function ng ARTA. First is the enforcement function. Ito yung pag-iimbestiga, pag-file ng kaso. At ang pangalawa ay ang pagtulong sa mga ahensya na padaliin nila ang kanilang proseso.
However, much is to be done in ensuring our responsiveness to the people's needs based on complaints received by this contact center Bayan, that's in my office. The LTO, SSS, BIR, LRA, and Pag-ibig are the top 5 agencies that need to drastically improve their service.
After the President's State of the Nation address in 2019, binanggit niya ang 5 most complete agencies. And sa pagtawag natin, meron tayo mga pinasagot na 4 na bagay sa kanila. Ginawa natin ito within 10 days from the time na natapos yung State of the Nation address ng Pangulo. And ever since na tinutukan natin itong 5 ahensya na to, we've seen a lot of improvements sa kanila.
The mandate and relevance of ARTA, both the law and the implementing agency, continue to be of prime importance, especially in ensuring that frontline government agencies like the SSS meet the public's expectation for fast and responsive service. We sincerely appreciate the help extended by ARTA in finding ways to mitigate the crowds and long lines at the branches. With the support of the Anti-Red Tape Authority, the SSS will continue to find the bottlenecks in our processes and to cut the knots of red tape that hinder efficient and effective government service.
Kami po ay tuwang-tuwa sa Pag-ibig Fund, sa direksyon ng ARTA, especially po sa direksyon ng whole of government approach. So, we are very po thankful na lahat po ng GOCC, lahat ng social security agencies, lahat ng government financial institutions, nasa ilalim po ngayon ng direksyon ng ARTA at sabay-sabay po kami papunta sa isang mas mabilis na transaksyon for all the Filipino workers.
I am reiterating my directive to all government agencies from frontline services to our people from womb to tomb to further streamline the respective services to make these truly efficient and people-friendly. We want to ensure that our people receive the quality services that they deserve, minus the delays by the bureaucratic red tape. I expect speedy reforms along this line.
Lalo na yung usapin ng telecommunications, where ARTA became a very central figure or agency sa pagtulak talaga ng pagpapadali ng proseso, kasi tayo ang nag-lead ng grupo under the program ni Himaya. Dati umaabot ng 8 months to 1 year, ngayon ay 16 days na lamang sa pamamagitan ng pagtutulungan ng iba't ibang mga ahensya ng gobyerno.
We at PLDT and SMART have secured a record number of permits in 2021, thanks in large part to the government's JMCs for the telco sector. We've secured more than 45,000 fixed and wireless permits in 2021, enabling us to ramp up our nationwide network rollout, connecting more communities, supporting digital lifestyles against the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic. The first JMC was issued in July 2020, and then it was revised a year later. JMC number 1 facilitated the release of these thousands of permits. Our immense gratitude goes out to the DILG, DHSUD, the Bureau of Fire, CAAP, DOH, FDA, DPWH, and most especially ARTA, DICT, and NTC. You all listened to us and acted on our issues. The challenges that looked insurmountable were jointly resolved, and we thank ARTA for recognizing the roles that we at PLDT and SMART played in the crafting of the JMC.
Before the RA 11032, processing and releasing of permits would take about 3 to 5 months, right? Today, with 11032, that has been cut down to as much as a month or two, right, at the LGU level. So that's quite a good time already. They've done a good job on the permit side, and I think this one is really about already bringing it to where the people needs it.
There were a lot of regular products that needed renewal. So basically what has happened, there were almost more than 1,000 products that were not getting renewed. And there were backlogs of registrations for close to 10 years. So basically things have not been doing so well in FDA. So ARTA came in in a very timely manner. For the longest time, there was no one really helping the industry and basically able to talk at the same level with FDA. When ARTA came in, ARTA was able to help the pharmaceutical industry push agencies like FDA to have processes streamlined and registration move. ARTA is becoming like a force to ensure that things move well in the agencies.
Sa panahon kung saan laging time is of the essence, kagaya ngayong pandemya, naniniwala akong napakahalaga ang pagtupad natin ng mga pulisiyang anti-red tape. Gayon din ang pag-iimplementa ng ease of doing business. Naniniwala akong hindi lamang sa DOH naging matagumpay ang ARTA, kung hindi pati na rin sa ating iba't ibang ahensya at sangay ng pamahalaan. Lubhang pinapadali ninyo ang paghahatid ng serbisyo sa ating mga kababayan at ito ay lubos na sinang-ayunan ng Department of Health.
We at PhilHealth Insurance Corporation, PhilHealth, appreciate well your guidance in uplifting our standards to deliver and sustain commendable public service. Behind all these achievements is our commitment in ARTA's noble goals. Thank you for ensuring a Philippine government that is highly efficient and conforms to the values by which the administration of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte has envisioned at the very start.
We were able to lead a lot as a starter agency, no? With not much people, with not much funding, but we were able to introduce a lot of important reforms already and start the reforms that we all need and the President has been talking about.
The Anti-Red Tape Authority, or ARTA, under the dynamic leadership of Secretary Jeremiah Bellica, is a crucial partner of the SEC and a fellow champion in the ease of doing business and digital transformation. With the guidance and support of the ARTA, we have effectively transformed our services to further encourage business formation, capital raising, and financial inclusion. The SEC is a testament to the effective leadership of the ARTA in fostering technology-enabled and stakeholder-centric government services for Filipinos.
With the implementation of the Ease of Doing Business policy, establishment of an anti-corruption committee, live streaming of bidding and procurement processes, full transparency in our official platforms, the DOTR Public Assistance and Action Center, and enrollment in the Electronic Freedom of Information or EFOI portal, lahat ng transaksyon at proseso ay naging mabilis at episyente. We thank the Anti-Red Tape Authority for supporting our intensified anti-red tape campaign in the nation's transportation sector.
Through our efficient processes guided by ARTA, our stakeholders now continue to appreciate the Bureau of Customs frontline services. We advocate for the continuity of the mandates of ARTA because the greatest things that the Port of Naias have accomplished were made possible through our commitment to ease of doing business and efficient government service.
On corruption prevention, ARTA's strategy looks at efficiency from the citizen's perspective. ARTA played a key role in fast-tracking the digitalization and automation of frontline services, which ensured the continuous delivery of public services at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Indeed, ARTA is becoming a key player in government's efforts to improve institutional and governance mechanisms in service delivery and regulatory management. Congratulations to ARTA for a job well done. You have definitely established an important niche in the sphere of good governance.
First and foremost, we adhere to the mandate of the Anti-Red Tape Authority of providing efficient delivery of government services to Filipinos. ARTA has been our partner in our journey towards automation and digitization. We regularly meet and consult with them regarding the innovations and improvements that we have introduced to ensure that we follow their standards and requirements. We are also open to the inspection and recommendations of ARTA. This collaboration has indeed helped us strive for excellence and efficiency. The Quezon City government would like to express its utmost gratitude to the Anti-Red Tape Authority and President Rodrigo Roa Duterte for their support to the city government to improve our systems and processes and provide better services to the Filipino people.
Ease of doing business has been one of our priorities ever since. Given that Pasay City is one of the most urbanized business sectors in Metro Manila, we have received positive feedback from not only our constituents, but also the private sector for the efficiency and somehow groundbreaking promptness of government transactions. We will continue to implement the law and will work harder to fully eliminate red tape.
We all know na because of ARTA, na streamline yung process in securing permits in governments. Our clients are very, very happy, and we have received numerous compliments at sa aming proseso because we have really shortened the processing time and also the expense because of this ease of doing business law. On behalf of Mayor Edwin Olivares and the whole Project ELO team of the City of Parañaque, we would like to express our sincerest appreciation and thanks to Director General Jeremiah Bellica, sir. Maraming salamat for your leadership and of course also to the whole staff and management of ARTA in helping us in the LGUs as we journey towards a better government service to our people.
ARTA's positive approach of providing guidelines on how an efficient government should operate, making it more preventive than punitive, has undoubtedly created a positive, encouraging environment for doing business in the country. BCCI welcome ARTA's initiatives.
ARTA has exceeded my expectations. It's done so because of the very effective leadership of Secretary Lopez and DG Bellica. Their dynamism, their active role, their hard work, together with an excellent management team and staff, have exceeded anything we could have expected out of ARTA. I've talked to many in business and I've looked for complaints. I can't find any. All I get from business is compliments as to how well ARTA has done. By making the change that ARTA has done, it gives foreign investors another reason to invest here, because one of the things they take into account is how difficult is it to deal with government in business. ARTA hasn't made it significantly easier.
New Zealand is pleased to be partnering with the Philippines on strengthening the public sector to improve the ease of doing business through the partnership between the Anti-Red Tape Authority and the New Zealand Government. Director General, thank you for your leadership in forging the ever-growing partnership between New Zealand and ARTA on improving the Philippines' ease of doing business and public sector efficiency. Through our partnership, we will find new ways for New Zealand and the Philippines to work together to promote the best practice, development of digital thinking and technologies in government that puts the needs of the people at the centre of what government does.
On behalf of the UK government, I would like to congratulate ARTA on successfully driving significant improvements in the business environment of the Philippines. Since its establishment in 2018, ARTA has been at the forefront of leading the country's ease of doing business reform agenda. And despite the challenges of the pandemic, ARTA has continued to demonstrate its leadership, vision, and ability to combat red tape, making positive and substantive changes to government service delivery and the business environment by implementing the Ease of Doing Business law. The UK government is proud to have worked alongside ARTA on its reform initiatives since its inception.
And what ARTA has done exceptionally well is to take the requirements of Republic Act number 11032, an act we all know very well, but to translate this into a vision, to drive cultural change across the government in order to achieve that vision, lowering their costs. ARTA is the driving force in creating a better Philippines and making sustained improvements to the business climate.
The DAP is in full support of the Anti-Red Tape Authority in its quest for a whole-of-government initiative in regulatory reform, processes of the government, and ways to streamline them. Through this effort, the recommendations born out of our earlier regulatory review studies have been presented and considered by the target regulatory agencies. We will continue to provide our support to participating agencies to promote a sound regulatory environment and efficient and transparent delivery of government services to the Filipino people. We would like to congratulate Secretary Jeremiah Belgica and the ARTA for their tenacity and sincere effort to implement the provisions of the Ease of Doing Business law.
Indeed, in a short period of time, the Anti-Red Tape Authority has done so much to cut red tape and expedite government processes. In our wish that most of the work that ARTA has done is for the benefit of the succeeding administrations and generations of Filipinos to come. To Director General Belgica and to the rest of the officers and staff that comprise the Anti-Red Tape Authority, thank you for all of the work that you have done. Your dedication to government service is profound and it shows in all of the accomplishment that you have achieved. To President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, thank you for having the foresight to combat red tape and all of its related issues. From passing the Ease of Doing Business law to establishing ARTA, and in addition, the Office of the Presidential Advisor for Streamlining Government Processes.
Salamat kay President DUTERTE sa ng ARTA, pag-request tayo ng ARTA. Totoong-totoo ARTA, nakakatulong talaga sa mga tao. Kasi yung 3 years namin pag-iintay sa pag-ibig, naibigay namin ng tayo lang. Thank you.
Yung initiative natin for the streamlining of the certificate of foundling is one of the more emotional projects that ARTA was able to undertake dahil ang impact na to hindi man karamihan ang mga tao na foundling, ibig sabihin yung mga taong na napupulot lamang sa lansangan at hindi alam kung sino yung mga magulang.
Dati, nung wala pa po ako noon, iniisip ko na paano po kaya ako makakakuha ng ganong paper, ano po kayong gagawin ko, paano ganun po. Salamat lang po ako kasi po hindi na po kami may stress po sa kakaisip kung paano po makakuha ng ganong papers po. Thank you po.
Hindi na po kami mahihirapan. Tao na po ako.
Ako po ang inyong ARTA-man na si Secretary Jeremiah Bellica ng Anti-Red Tape Authority.
I came across sa Facebook yung post ng kaibigan, yung katrabaho ko na yung kaibigan niya is natulungan ng ARTA. So binasa ko yung post, nagpunta ako sa ng ARTA sa Facebook page. Doon ayun, marami nga akong nakita na mga positive feedbacks na ang tagal ng process, but with ARTA natulungan. Thank you so much po sa ARTA. Kasi hindi lang humangga sa email yung pag-assist nyo. Tumawag pa kayo sa akin, plus may ganito pang klaseng platform para mas ma-air po yung voice ko, then yung issues. So thank you very much po.
Daw akong appointment daw. Tapos sabi ko, wala kasi makikita sa slot ng DP kung makakuha ng passport appointment, kaya pumunta ako personal doon. Kasi tinitingnan ko yung schedule ng mga appointment ng passport. Sa lang po talaga, ma'am, doon lang sa amin sa Mindanao, sa Zamboanga City at saka Cagayan de Oro.
Siguro dapat na kayo.
Schedule lang hindi na ito mga to, January pa pala. So, napilitan silang pumunta kasi hindi rin sila makapag-online appointment. Natin si Kuya, assist natin later kasi January pa pala siya schedule.
Jeremiah Bellica, sir, maraming salamat po sa pagtulong niyo po sa akin na hindi po dahil sa inyo at hindi po dahil sa ARTA po, hindi po mapabilis yung pag-apply ko at yung pagkukuha ko ng passport. Hindi ko talaga inasahan na makukuha ko agad yun kasi yun nga pa, kailang balik ko na sa DP, wala talagang slot. Kaya laking pasalamat ko po talaga sa ARTA. Hindi ko po talaga makalimutan yung pagtulong sa akin ng ARTA.
We want to express our deepest appreciation po, for your team because as we have explained to Attorney Cheryl and to the former team leader po ninyo dyan na who handled our case, it was very consistent po all the way since we started all this, our meeting. And we just want to express po talaga na there is still another agency who can really support the health equality po ni Presidente Duterte.
May kaba na, may takot na ako na maayos kaya SS ko. Kailan na naman ako mag-aantay kasi kung titingnan ko, ma'am, itong aking staff, ito naman 2009, 2012, 2014, 2020, wala pa akong natatanggap na text galing sa SSS 2020 na ano bang taon man kung may 8 taon, last 8 years na kung bumaksak na may sakit ako sa puso, ma'am, na tawag nila, nag-comment na lumapit po daw ako sa inyo, sa ARTA, matutulungan ka po nila, Mr. Joey, sabi nila po sa akin. Kaya sinerch ko ang yung ARTA, yung Anti-Red Tape Authority. Ako na mismo magsasabi, tumapit kayo sa ARTA or Anti-Red Tape Authority sa pangunguna ng ating mabuting si General Director Jeremiah Bellica na handang tumulong sa atin lahat kung may mga problema. I-type lang po yung ARTA sa mabilis na transaksyon po ninyo at handang tumulong po sa ating lahat na may problema. Maraming po salamat.
Gloria is 82 and currently a PWD. She had been denied her funeral benefits and death benefits of her husband for a year. So simula po nung nagkaroon tayo ng meeting sa ARTA, rumisponde naman agad ng SSS. Thank you so much, Secretary Belgica. Thank you so much.
The President, in the beginning of his term, promised that he wants to make the lives of the people more comfortable. He wants to end red tape. He wants to end corruption. He wants to cut, bureaucratic processes. And I would say that the President delivered on his promise because he created an agency never in the history of Philippine government na meron talagang ahensya na binuo na ganito. Meron batas na naipasa sa kanyang panahon. May mga taong nakasuhan sa kanyang panahon. Nakita na natin ang seed being planted. So I would say that yes, the President did not only fulfill his promise, but he actually was able to give a very nice inheritance for the next generation.